Hi, hello, what's up? My name is Real, and I'm here with yet another ASMR video. This is the third and final video on the makeup palettes inspired by Disney villains. That if you guys haven't seen the last two videos, the previous two videos, I will leave them in the description box below. Today's the makeup palette that will got my tongue a little dry there. Let me get some cup of water. There we have it. So, today the palette that we will be swatching and using to paint an illustration, a blank illustration, is the Vote Makeup Palette in partnership with the Disney villains Cruella DeVil inspired makeup palette. Cruella DeVil, Cruella DeVil, Cruella. That song is kind of iconic, really. So, if you haven't watched the other videos, I'm going to describe the palette a little bit before swatching on my skin for the ones that are curious about how it looks. Despite this palettes being old, I don't know if they're sold anymore. But, you know, if you have the curiosity to know how the shades look like, I want to provide that information, that visual. And after that, we use the colors here present to paint this blank illustration of the villain that the colors are inspired by. Sometimes we cheat a little bit when the colors aren't present, like red and all of that, but you already know the drill if you watch the other two videos, so let's get started. Just like the other ones, yes, Disney Villains logo right on the top. This one has a very similar swirly design like the Evil Queen one. Then we have Cruella giving us a big smile. Oh. Almost dropped that. Giving us a big smile with her green eyeshadow and red lipstick. The this cover seems a little less, you know, like the quality isn't as good as the other two, I think. I do like that she's smiling and not being intimidating like the other two, because I do feel like Cruella is a more campy villain. Like, she's probably the most evil because, well, I mean, the other villains usually just want to kill children. Cruella wants to kill puppies, which I find much more psychotic. Just kidding. But I do think she's a more campy villain. She's a less serious villain, especially after clean, you know, the movie with the clean clothes. And down below, we have the Brazilian makeup brand that did this line, and it's a cheaper, as a brand on the cheaper side of makeup. It's called Vote. So I don't know if, despite the age, even if they're still produced, I don't know if you guys can find it everywhere. So yeah. The side has the same swirly designs, and I believe it's, you know, this one is particularly a little more boring when compared to the other two, but I do like the red, the kind of burgundy red around. I do feel like red is a color that we relate to Cruella, despite her design not having that much red in it. Maybe it's her car that is red, I don't know. Okay, here we can check the colors that we have. Which means black, by the way. Oh, the other two also had a black shadow, so I think it's gonna be the exact same color, I believe. At least Maleficent's palette and the Evil Queen's palette, the black shadows are exactly the same, like a shimmery black eyeshadow. All of them had 8 colors. They weighed around 1 and 6 grams, I don't know. 1.6 grams. Don't ask me the conversion if you're American. But the other colors are Avila, which translate into hazelnut, Mogino, which I'm not sure how to say in English. Let's consult our best friend, Google Translator. Oh, Mogino is mahogany. I'm surprised by that because we over here do use to say mostly mahogany, like people do know what mahogany is. So Camursa, which is okay. Not to get some help from our Google overlords, and Camursa can be translated to sweat. I didn't know that Camursa was like a fabric, so I never saw it use it to describe a color. But sweat, I have seen, you know, being used to describe a color, so there's that. Canela. Canela means cinnamon. Padula means pearl. Menta means mint. Grafite and graffiti. Grafite pencil color, like a black pencil color. So, down here we can have some preview of the colors, which I think look a little less neutral, like they're still neutral-ish, but it does seem like it's a little more colorful than the Evil Queen, and almost a little more colorful than the Maleficent one. You guys can give a little look to the other videos if you want to know what I mean. Okay, let's open up. As you guys can see over here, we have some form of glimpse shot of half the face of Cruella. She's serious here. We can see, it seems like a more detailed illustration in the print this way, better colors in the cover. I wonder why that is. Here we have a little tea mirror that is covered up for technical reasons. And here we have Cruella DeVil written on it. Here we have the colors protected by a plastic protective case that is creating some reflection. But yeah, here's the black, here's the... Okay, I need to be reminded of the colors again. Here's the hazelnut. I think this is probably the most matte color. The others seem all a little shimmery. Mahogany, sweat, cinnamon, pearl, mint, and graffiti. I really like the mint color. I just like blues in general, so I do feel like her color palette is more accurate to her than Maleficent and the Evil Queen's palette, because all of them didn't have a red, and I think red is such an important color for Disney villains, right? But okay, let's remove the protective case and start swatching. Doing carefully, just don't make too much noise. Oh. Okay, I think I'm not gonna swatch the black again, or should I? In case this is the video that is saved first before the others. Okay, I will swatch it, but I think I will swatch it on the paper now. No, okay. I'm definitely an indecisive person, but yeah, let's do it on the arm. Yeah, it's the exact same black in all of them. It's a shimmery black. It's a little chalky because the makeup's a little old, like I said. Shimmery black. I already would describe this color as graffiti or charcoal, so I wonder what the actual graffiti is gonna look like. Okay, hazelnut, 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 hazelnut. It's pretty, I guess. It doesn't look like shit, which is always a danger with brown colors, isn't it? I don't use makeup, so I wouldn't know. I like it. Okay, mahogany. Or is it sweat? I can't remember which is which. Shimmery. It seems a little red. reddish brown. Oh my god, it's so chunky. It has a lot of fallout, but I don't know if it's naturally like that or it's because it's a little old. Okay. This one is either sweat or mahogany. I believe this one is mahogany, this one is sweat. This one looks pretty. Yeah. This one looks like a bronze-ish highlighter. Anyway, sorry if I don't use the right terms. I know makeup artists are just here having a relaxing time. But yeah, pretty like a gold-ish, bronze-ish shimmer color. Okay. This one is cinnamon. Oh, it's not very pigmented. I was hoping for more. Yeah, you can build it up. It's a purplish red, pinkish red, like a burgundy red with a pink purplish shimmer. Hopefully I'm using the right terms. Okay, let's use this last two fingers so we don't have 3 fingers, so I don't have to pause the video. This one is pearl. I believe it's not gonna be very pigmented, yeah. Just this white shimmer. Just the white shimmer. Okay. Mint. I have high hopes for this one. Oh, it's matte. It doesn't look matte on the tray, but I do like it. I think it looks really good. It's definitely a standout color. I really like it. Really like blues. And the last color, graffiti. It's like a grayish color. It's also not very shimmery. I think it's matte as well. This one is the palette with the most matte shades toward, I think. I hope you guys have some fun, see me fumbling with terms and all of that. I actually having fun as you can see. But yeah, these are the 8 colors in the palette. Let me clean my fingers up. And we are back with clean fingers. I'm gonna leave this on my arm so we can have some reference of what the colors are. We do know that a reference on the skin is not the same that on paper, but we can make it work as usual. Let's get started. One thing we learned from the other videos is that we have to start small. But we had to cheat and use the red Sharpie on the other two. It seemed unfair with poor Cruella to not do the same for her, since this red is very different than the bright red on her lipstick here. So, let's give one last cheat on the series and give her some red lipstick. It does look a little clownish, right? Okay. Now we can start using the shadows. Once again, let's start small. Start small, start small. With her earrings and her eyeshadow, which I believe it's a mint. Oh yeah, I'm really happy on how it looks on paper. I was afraid it wasn't going to show too much, but it does show just fine. It's very powdery, but once again, you can ask much from the makeup palette. Okay, let's clean the brush and then clean the, what's the name again? When there is of the fallout, when there is powder, I think it's fallout. That your makeup can use. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think we're gonna use this little brush again to add some graffiti in this little picture. It seems like she has some graffiti on her crease, so let's do that and try to blend both. That's actually very pigmented and paper. I'm kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting a very pigmented experience. certainly meant to clean Fallout because it's so good at it. Let me know in the comment if that's the case, in case you haven't already done so in the other 2 videos. Thank you so much for being here with me, by the way. It has been very therapeutic to do these videos, you know, a little mindless videos to help people relax. I'm also getting some relaxation and some like bread, you know, out of it. Okay, carry on. I'm thinking which one we can use for her skin. I think let's start, you know, trying to put this shimmery white on her hair. I'm sure it won't show up, but maybe we'll give her the white part of her hair some shimmer. Actually, this white is definitely showing up more than certain colors before. More than certain rosy colors, at least. Shout out to those that know exactly which color I'm talking about. Which color in the previous, which shade in the previous palettes I'm talking about. Can you guys see? The shimmer, 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 shimmer. Shimmer, 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 shimmer. Okay, I'm thinking what could I use for her skin? I think this sweat could be a good option. It's very shimmery, but you know, it's the closest one to her skin tone. And then we can use the cinnamon one. Oh, it's a little darker in the white paper. Okay. It's almost blending in with her coat, but her coat is actually a very similar color to her skin, so I don't hate it that much. I do wish that it was a lighter. Maybe we can use the white to make it a little lighter. I don't think that's how it works on. I don't think that's how it works on paper, on white paper. Yeah, that's not how it works. But I think we can still fix it. You know, give some separation of her skin to her coat. First, let's give her some cinnamon cheeks. Well, Cruella has decided to go a little overboard with the blush today. So, but this has given me the idea that I needed to make her coat a little different. it's hard to give feedback to like artists that also draw and everything when you don't know how to draw. But you know, we learn as we go. Let's clean this all out. And that's it for today, you guys. I hope you had some fun. Perhaps enjoy the final result that we had today. And yeah, that's the final video. If you guys enjoy like makeup related ASMR videos, do let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to bring out more. Let me give it a little movement so you guys can see the shimmer. I don't hate it actually, I really don't. It was fun having you guys here. If you want, like and subscribe. If you'd like, give me a comment. But hopefully you're already sleeping, so you don't need to do that. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much. Once again, I appreciate every feedback and tip that you may have. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.